Hey friends, in this video, I'm going to show you how to draw a fox inspired by this awesome story, The Fox and the Star. We're going to use pretty simple lines to create our fox. I suggest you start in pencil and then trace with your bigger marker or Sharpie. I am going to go straight for this project with my Sharpie just so you can see my lines a little better. We're going to start with the head, and it's going to be a pretty big head. I wanted this to be a cutie patootie fox. So here we go. Imagine this is like a slide or a ski hill, a mountain going up and down. So instead of a traditional rainbow type arch, make it a little more diagonal. So here we go. Up and down. Fabulous. Here, I like to add a little bit of fuzz to the cheeks with a little zigzag line. And then I complete the face with a very, very, very wide open V-like shape. I use two diagonal lines, so as you see, I like to practice where the center is with my two fingers. Feel free to even mark that spot and then connect them with a diagonal line. At the tip here, go ahead and add a little nose. Next, we're going to do the ears, which look like curved triangles, and I like big foxy ears. So up, down, up, down. And for an extra detail, feel free to add a little inner ear line. Awesome. Next, we're going to create the arches in the face. I like to turn my paper a little to do this so this line looks a little bit more flat. And then I'm going to connect my curve from my nose to the cheek. Nose to the cheek. Here we go. One side and the other. And you can choose to go down or up. It doesn't matter which way you decide. Lovely. Now, I like the way the fox looks when it's sleeping, so I'm going to make some curved lines to show my fox is resting. You can feel free to have those eyes open. It's your choice. Next, we're going to move on to what I call the fox beard. It's that fluffy white fur right beneath the chin. We're going to make a little curved line in the middle of that cheek. Curved in the middle of this cheek, and then diagonal down, diagonal up. Pretty cool. Let's add some small little feetsies, little paws in the shape of a U. Connect them, and then from the beard to the toe will be a curved line. Beard to the toe. Beard to the toe. The body always changes. Do your best. Sometimes my fox body is a little wider, a little longer. It's totally up to you. Finally, we've got to add a fox tail. We're going to draw a curved line over here. Imagine an S that's been stretched. That's the kind of shape we're going to make. Up, down, stop. And then bring that line all the way on back. Whoosh, just like that. And of course, a little zigzag. And that's it, my friends. You've drawn a fox. Pretty good. Let's add a horizon line. I would like to give my fox a place to sit, of course. And then I'm going to switch markers. I'm going to use a thinner marker to create my trees. We're going to add the star right around here, but I will show you that in a moment. Here I want to show you how to make trees that look like they're in the background, in the back space of your page, and it shows that they're farther away from your fox. What we do is we draw vertical lines, but we skip the fox head to give the illusion of depth and space on the page. Here we go. One line down, and then we're going to go down. Whoop, if you see the fox, skip it. There we go. I chose a scratchy Sharpie on purpose because I like it as the texture for my trees. You don't have to do that, of course. You choose whatever you want. A thin black marker will do just fine. There we are. And over here, there's no background, so I can just draw these two on top of Fox. See, nothing down there at the ground. All right, here we go. Down, skip the fox. Down, there you go. Look at that, we're using our skills of overlapping and drawing behind our lines to create space. Pretty cool. I'm gonna leave this spot open. I'm just gonna add a tree over here. And one final one over here. Let's add the star. For this part, I actually like to use my crayon first. And I'm gonna use pink. You can use any color you want. Maybe you wanna use yellow, maybe blue, maybe green, maybe orange. It's up to you. I like to start with the letter T, a lowercase t. 1, 2, it also looks like a plus sign. And then you draw an X through that. If you want some extra details, I like adding little dots to just give it some extra sparkle and shine. Now, if you really want that star to pop, you can totally add an accent line with your marker. It's up to you. Now, before I move on to coloring in my fox in the background, feel free to add more stars, and they can be smaller. They can be in the form of little X's, little dots like this. It's up to you. Can't quite see these that well. I'm gonna use the other side, but have fun with it. Your fox, your forest. And feel free to add branches, different kinds of trees, thorns. Maybe you just want it to be a perfectly clear night sky and you're saying, nope, I don't want to do a tree at all. Don't do a tree at all. You're the artist. You have a voice. You have a choice. Alrighty, let's get to coloring in fox. I like to start by using markers to outline the body. So everywhere I have orange, I'm going to outline. This is optional. I just like the depth it gives my fox friend when I use marker and then crayon. I'll show you that in a moment. I'm going to turn my page a little here to get the big curve of the head. I know this part of my fox stays white, so I'm not going to touch the beard or the cheeks, but I am going to do the body and the tail. Cool beans. I'm going to add a little beige for the inside of the ear. And just a little gray over here for some contrast and shadow. This part, again, is optional. I just like the way it makes my foxy pop, pop, pop off the page. Now I'm also going to add a little shadow to the trees, and I'm going to start with a little bit of gray, and I'm going to add a little bit of black for some birch bark texture. I have a little birch forest here. I'm going to do this on the other side here to show that my star is shining. Now I think we are ready to color in fox. I'm going to go in with my crayon and just fill in the rest of the space. Another fun touch you can add are some little rosy cheeks. Again, optional. Now when it comes to the night sky, I'm going to add some blue, but it's gonna be a little lighter around the star and get darker as I get farther away from the star to show that my star is super bright. But I forgot, before I do that, let me show you how to add some texture to the trees. Here I have a little black crayon, wrapper is off, and I'm just gonna rub it. Rub it on the tree bark. Check that out. I might go out of the lines a little bit. I don't mind. It's cool beans. There you go. Oh, I love the way it shows that texture. In here, I gotta get a little softer. That's okay. And that's that. Time to add some blue. Now the last little flourish I'm gonna give is I wanna add just a little bit of yellow to really show my star is sparkling bright. And notice here how I created this dark effect on the edges and it got lighter near the star. I just used a couple of different blue crayons, different shades, and added them lightly near the star, and I pressed a little darker like this around the edges. So it's just you change up your pressure and you can create some beautiful different hues. Now, if you love the gentle background and the blank foreground, that is totally fine. If you wanted to add a few more details, maybe just a little shadow around Fox using gray or black like that, that's totally fine, just to show that they're lying on the ground. If that doesn't interest you, totally fair. You can always keep it empty, or in the book, Fox gets rained on and then all of these leaves appear and fall from the sky. So feel free to add some leaves. I like to stick with the color palette of the book. So I'm gonna keep these leaves gray, red, and yellow. You can do whatever you choose with the bottom. Your fox could be on Mars. It's cool beans. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some detail with markers. And there you have it. My cute little fox inspired by the story, The Fox and the Star. I hope you get a chance to find this. I think there's some read-alouds on YouTube somewhere. But enjoy it and have fun drawing this adorable creature.